OMG, Becky, look at all those books.
I know, right? They're all like romance novels.
Romance novels have a central plot revolving around a developing romantic relationship with an emotionally satisfying and optimistic ending. This can be a happily ever after or a happy for now. That means that fiction books are counted as romance novels if they have a romantic relationship as the center of the story, and it has to have a happy ending. That happy ending is so important. We call it the HEA, happily ever after.
I love this book. No! That is not a romance. That's a great book, but, spoiler alert, he dies in the end. All romance novels have to have the HEA, happily ever after.
But isn't it the same story over and over again?
Yes and no. Romance novels follow a formula, just like mysteries and science fiction. Romance readers are hyper-aware of this formula and hold authors to it. These stories are extremely effective at pulling the reader immediately into the relationship and keeping them there, even if the reading time is interrupted. You could say that these stories are written with that customer's reading habits in mind.
Fact time. Almost a quarter of MCPL's adult fiction circulation is romance, and last year we circulated almost 440,000 romance titles. Sure, some of these book covers are hysterical. But this fan base is huge, and according to the principles of intellectual freedom we uphold, they deserve our respect, not just our tolerance. Tiffany and Katie, over to you.
I think in our personal lives we come from very different places, but professionally we are definitely on the same page of why it's so cool to be a librarian and what the unique things we get to do to protect our customers' rights and their privacy and freedom to find whatever it is they're looking for. But in our personal lives we're very different people.
Yeah, I think that that's a good point. What we read is vastly different. Even if you're going to talk romance genre, Katie's going to pick a book from this side of the spectrum, and I'm going to be way over here on this side of the spectrum. And that's probably a really good juxtaposition to have in the workshop when we talk about not only the romance genre, but all the other genres that we can still offer books to people. I can still offer Amish romances to people, and Katie can offer vampire smut to people. You're gonna edit smut out, huh? And I mean, we can still offer good customer service and be good at inclusiveness and not judging people using kind of professional ethics instead of personal ethics, so.
Yeah, just because you're recommending something to someone doesn't mean it's something you personally read. And so I can talk about all kinds of things that I haven't read and use my awesome resources to guide me along and find things that people might be interested in that I've never read.
Being really, really aware of your body language, whether you're selling romance novels or westerns or anything else to people, that even if we're doing a lot of that processing in the back, rolling your eyes at something it becomes a habitual thing. So if you're rolling them in the back while no one's looking, yeah, it doesn't hurt anybody, it's a tree falling in the forest kind of idea, but you're out at the desk and you're helping somebody with, the latest romance or whatever, and you roll your eyes, you don't even know you do it. It's not even a conscious thing because it's being so ingrained. So we talk a lot about watching that kind of stuff and being aware of that.
Yeah, you just want to make sure that your body language reflects a warm and welcoming environment, so everyone feels like they can ask you any questions about any topic. So if someone comes in and your body language is very judgmental when they're checking something out, they're going to feel that maybe we don't like people like that are interested in that material, or that we're judging them for selecting something, which would really inhibit their library experience.
Right.
Fact time. Romance novels have been around forever. There's even evidence of an ancient Greek romance novel in a museum somewhere.
Here at Mid-Continent Public Library, we need to acknowledge that all genre fiction adheres to some kind of formula. We have a subconscious bias against romance readers and romance novels that we need to move past before we can provide the best library experience in the world.
We love our romance readers.
You might be wondering why we are focusing on romance. Romance is the second highest circling adult fiction genre at Mid-Continent Public Library, and it's the top-selling genre in the world. Romance readers are so voracious that they check out books and buy books. Kansas City is full of romance authors, both traditionally and self-published. Romance GenreCon is geared toward the writer, with classes that cover the craft as well as the business side of writing. Writers are entrepreneurs, and that means they need business classes too. Romance GenreCon is happening August 3rd and 4th at the Woodneath Library Center. We hope to see you there.